What's going on, everyone, bud? We're back with another video. In today's video, I want to make it very short, or at least as short as I can. I am going to be showing you my settings that has got me all the way to Emerald 2. By the time you're seeing this video, though, I've probably already made it to Diamond. Well, that's what I at least hope. I'm assuming that I'll make it there, though, by the time I, release this video. I've been absolutely grinding, so I think we'll be able to make it, for sure. I think we'll 100% be able to make it to Diamond. But today is not about ranked and getting up to Diamond. Today is showing you my settings on how I got to Emerald 2. I know that a lot of you are stuck within those, copper, bronze, silver, gold, plat type of area. And do not be worried, you are not alone. I'm pretty sure about more than half of the game is basically stuck within that range. Now, if you would like, subscribe to my channel because I give tips and tricks on kind of how I ranked up and what I did to rank up and how I got better with my, aim and placement and all this. This video right here is just more so giving you my settings that you can kind of bounce off of. Or if you want, you could just use them, word for word, bar for bar, I'm not really gonna go over them like crazy. And yes, I know that my face cam is kind of covering them, but just know that I'll hover over them and it also says it on this side of the screen on the right. So if you can't see, what I'm on, don't worry, I'll hover over it. You'll see that it's red and then you can just read it on over at the right. So you're not like, wait, what setting is he on? Fuck, I'm lost. So for general squad privacy, invite only. I don't think there's really anything I could switch it to. Ping communication wheel, keep that on. That's just a little wheel that you can press when you press a button and it gives you like danger, follow here, demolish here, that sort of shit. Display perform metrics, I have it off just because it puts more shit on the bottom of your screen. Like, look, if I apply it, all it does is it applies this at the bottom. It just shows you your FPS, your GPU, your ping, that sort of stuff. It's up to you. If you want it on, you are more than able to have display metrics on. Kind of shows you your ping, when you're playing the game. Connectivity, feedback, keep that on default. Stun VFX, this is a very important one and I feel like this could help some people as well. If you play at nighttime and you hate getting flashed and your whole screen turning white and literally flashbanging you IRL, if you turn this to dark glare, it's basically a flashbang, but instead of having that white screen pop up on your fucking screen and flashing you IRL, it's just a dark screen and then it fades you back into reality. So I keep it on dark glare just because it's so much better for your eyes too. I still to this day don't know what this fucking word is. I call it titanus SFX. That's not the right word. This basically just customizes like the audio effect of like when an explosion goes off. Thermite puts a thermite on the wall and you're going as soon as that explosion goes off, if you have ringing, you're gonna have ringing in your ears. It'll blow up and go. If you have wave, it's kind of like it's like a loud like, and then it like waves into normal mode. I hope I'm doing these like, I'm trying my best here. Either way, don't use these two. Just keep it on muted. It mutes the actual explosion and it doesn't put ringing and extra sound in your ear. You want to be able to hear footsteps. You want to be able to hear shit. Cycle inside camera groups, just keep that off. Diffuser pickup, if you don't have this on both, I shouldn't even have to explain this, but if you don't have diffuser pickup on both, that's why you're losing a lot of time. Trust me, put it on both. You can either walk over the bomb or you can press a button, which I'm pretty sure my button is F to pick up the bomb. You can pick up it with pressing F. So if you have it on both, you can either just walk over the bomb or press the button and it picks it up for you. It's helped me so many times. Visible throw trajectory, keep it on. If you have it off, you are throwing. You are throwing. Grenades, C4s, flashbangs, utility literally uses the trajectory throw line. It's basically like a white line that shows you where your, C4, grenade, flashbang, utility is going to land. It's amazing for C4s. If you have this off, turn it on, and I promise you, your C4 game, oh my God. Drone after prep, I keep it on manual. It just remains in the observation pool unless attacker drones were destroyed. Basically what that means, when I throw my drone, the second that the clock ends, I still stay within my drone. So in prep phase, a lot of the times, like people that just bought this game, it will be, I'm pretty sure, on automatic. I'm pretty sure it's on automatic. Turn that shit off, turn it to manual, and what that's gonna do is after prep phase timer's over, it won't kick you out of your drone. You'll actually be able to stay in your drone and kind of set your drone up to where you want it to be, then press the button to get off your drone. That's what a lot of pro players do. And that's what I do as well. I mean, it's just the smartest thing for droning. Like your drone game, once you learn manual, chef's kiss. Match replay, if you want it on, you can. I keep it on just to go back and see if there's cheaters and shit because this game is full of cheaters. Pick chat channel, up to you. I keep it on all because it's just funny seeing people rage when I absolutely demolish them in rank. Crossplay communication, I keep that on. Sometimes sometimes you have, you know, console players, so it's always good to have that on. All right, now we're on to HUD. I'm pretty sure HUD, I have everything turned on except for bands. So scroll all the way down, turn off bands. This basically just turns off the bands, like when you're in game. There's bands that will pop up in your right screen. It will say like, we banned this person, we banned this person, we banned this person. And it can be really distracting. It can take your eye off of your reticle and be like, oh, who's just got banned, right? You don't want that. I don't know why Ubisoft even implemented that into the game. I think personally it's the stupidest fucking thing ever. It would be cool if you would just show us, you know, the bans when we're in the lobby, but while in game, it's just another distraction on your screen that you don't need. It's a huge distraction. Sometimes they ban like fucking 15 people and the next thing you know, you have words going across your screen covering, like there's no reason for that. So just turn off bans. Trust me. Everything else though, I have on, like literally keep all on. For my audio, I just want to let you know that I also have the HyperX Cloud Alpha S, the third version. That's the wireless version. I'm pretty sure that HyperX is actually the headset that Rainbow Six Siege uses to actually figure out their sound within the game. It's also highly used in tournaments as well. So if you really want to focus on getting that clarity, HyperX is a really good headset. I'm not sponsored by them, but HyperX, if you would like to sponsor me, I'd promo the shit out of you. Anyway, spoken language. Put it to whatever your fucking language is. Subtitles, I keep off. I have heard that some people do like them on. Me? No. It's just more things on your screen that you don't need. Some people like it, I guess, but to me, it's dumb. Like, it's the stupidest shit in the world, I think. It's just more words on your screen. More things to take your eye right off your reticle. Fucking, oh, let me read what this operator said. Like, why? Why do I have to read? You don't need that. If you're trying to get better and rank up, there's no reason to be reading subtitles and bands and other words popping up on your screen. This isn't a fucking live stream, buddy. So turn that shit off. You will thank me later. Dynamic range. This one is extremely important. I have actually been trying high. I know that a lot of people will tell you low, and I will also tell you low because it's not bad either. I'll kind of explain what these are. Let's first just kind of read them. On low, it compresses volume by lowering the loudest sounds such as gunshots and explosions. This reduces immersion and realism, but helps avoid auditory fatigue. Your gunshots and your explosions, they're really loud. Like we all know that they're very, very loud. So what this does is it brings those gunshots lower and explosions lower, the sound lower, and it brings footsteps and like lower sounds up more so that there's at the same kind of like EQ, they're balanced out so that it's more, you know, at like the same type of audio wavelength, and it's not just like gun sounds up here, footsteps down here. With high, gunshots and explosion sounds sound realistic, while enemy movements are dynamic and responsive. With high, at least for me, you can hear them hopping off their cams a lot louder. You can hear their feet, you know, hitting on metal a lot louder. You can just, to me, I feel like you can hear more. And also, just to kind of throw this out there, I know I'm not Spoit, but Spoit has also been trying high, and he says that he has also been like, that's kind of where I got dynamic range off of. It's up to you. A lot of people have, you know, really loud headsets, so low would actually be good. Like if your headset is just automatically already fucking like extremely loud, you could put it to low and it might even just be perfect for you. Low or high, they're both gonna help you out. But if you're not 100% sure, try low at first. And then if you feel like you're not hearing things, it just doesn't feel responsive, like the footsteps or people hopping off cameras, try on high. Just know that gunshots and explosions are a lot louder. Master volume, for me, I have 100. And what's even crazier, let me roll this up. As you can see down here, I also have my Windows volume at 100. Yes. I cannot fucking hear. My HQ voiceover, I just have on. Mute on unfocused, I have on. Don't know what that is. These are just my headset, my speakers, this and this. I have voice chat on. Sometimes people's voice chat does come disabled for some reason. If it is disabled, enable it. This is kind of what I have it at. This is the voice chat volume. This is kind of how loud it sounds in game for you. 65, I feel it's pretty good. It's loud, but not too loud. If you want it lower, go lower, it's fine. This is my input volume. I keep it around like 60 to 80 because for some reason like the voice chat is just bugged in this fucking game, and sometimes it's very quiet or sometimes it's very loud. Also, don't be a dumbass like me and have this on 100. I think that's exactly why my audio hasn't been working, is because I've had this at 100. And what this basically does is here, 0 means your microphone is always open to record audio, which is good. You want it on 0. 100 means your microphone is fully closed and doesn't record audio. I had it at 100 and I didn't even fucking know. Put that on 0. Okay, don't be a dumbass like me. Do not be a dumbass. Just keep that on 0. You want it on 0. Okay, buddy, for your display, you want your resolution at 1920 by 1080p, unless you have a bigger monitor, then put it at, your monitor's resolution rate. Mine is a, 1080p monitor, so 1920 by 1080p. My display mode, I have full screen. The reason I have full screen is because I'm able to then kind of set my refresh rate, which is like the refresh rate on your actual monitor. Every monitor has a refresh rate, so if you're just like, what the fuck is a refresh rate? Now you know. If you don't know how to know your refresh rate on your monitor, look up the monitor that you have and just say like, what refresh rate is my monitor? And then input the name of your monitor and it should pop up. But sometimes you might not even need to, because Rainbow Six Siege just usually does it for you. If you have it in full screen, it'll just give you your most highest option, and you want that. You want it at the highest option that you can have. Aspect ratio, for aspect ratio, the three wide mainly used aspect ratios are 4:3, 3:2, and 16 by 10. 16 by 10 is probably like the most default. A lot of people will tell you to first start out on 16 by 10, but a lot of pros will use 4:3. It just basically stretches your screen out to the point where it makes the operators just a little bit wider, makes them a little fatter, and it's just kind of easier to hit them. And it's also better for holographic sight, especially since they took out ACOGs and shit in the game. 4:3 is a really good option now, because damn near almost every operator on defense is holographic sight. 4:3 is good for that because it stretches your screen out and it zooms into your actual holographic sight, and it's easier to see throughout the holographic sight. And if you're confused what the holographic sight is, it's this one. It's the Holo A, or you can even use the Holo B. I've seen people use Holo B and Holo A. Yeah, 4:3 is my go-to. VSync, keep that shit off. There's no fucking reason to keep that on. FPS limit, I keep that off. And the reason I keep that off is because I actually go within the files of the game and I switch around the settings like that. I go down to the search bar right here and I'm gonna look up Rainbow. This file right here, it just says Rainbow Six Siege. You're gonna click on it, and then this file right here will pop up. That's like your actual account. So you're gonna click on it, right? You're gonna see game settings or game settings. Yes, this is test server. Don't click on that one. There's no reason to do that one. You're not gonna change your settings. There's no reason to. Click on the game settings, and now a notes pad will pop up. That's completely normal. Do not worry. Now you're gonna be at the top of this area, and this is where you want to be. You're gonna see display at the top. I know it looks scary. You're probably looking at this going, oh my god, there's a lot going on right now, but do not worry. There's nothing to be scared about. What you're gonna be looking for is FPS limit right here. Okay, it's basically the fourth to the bottom of display. When you open this up, you should always just start at the top. It should just load you up. You'll see general, display. You're gonna go down to FPS limit, and you're gonna want to set your FPS to the display rate, or refresh rate I should say, of your actual monitor. So let me explain. The monitor that I have is an Acer. It's like an Acer 165 hertz monitor, so it can output at most 160 FPS. If I put this right here to let's say 250, right, it's gonna push my PC really heavy. Obviously it's not even gonna hit 250. That was more so just an example. There's no reason to ever go over your display rate on your monitor that you have. You'll never output the amount of FPS. Like if you put this to 250, like I said, and you have a 160 hertz monitor, you're not even gonna see 250 hertz. You're only gonna see 160 hertz, and then you're just gonna have your PC working even harder to push these extra frames that your monitor can't even output. Hopefully that makes sense. I know that it's kind of confusing, but know what your refresh rate is on your monitor that you currently have. So once you have that, all you're gonna do is you're gonna go to File, and you're gonna just do Save. Widescreen letterboxing off. My field of view, I keep at 90 because I have a 4:3. It's very stretched in, but then once you have 90 FOV, it kind of keeps stretched in, but zoomed out. Field of view 90, I keep my HUD display at 90. This basically just brings the in-game HUD closer into your screen, and you display 100. My brightness, I have at 60. For your graphics, I have, like I said, a lower end PC. You can see here, RTX 3050 OEM. It's not really super well. I keep my settings at the lowest possible settings because I'm a person that loves FPS or consistent FPS. So I have my NVIDIA Reflex Low Latency on plus boost. You usually want to use on plus boost if you have kind of a cruddy PC. If you don't, if you have about a medium tier to high tier, keep it on. Overall quality, have it at custom, and have everything set to low except for shadow quality. I keep my shadow quality at medium or high, just depending. Usually I would keep it at high. I keep mine at medium just because because I can see the shadows. I know what shadows look like on medium, and I can just, you know, I know what they look like. But the higher you have it, the more, you know, it looks better, I should say. The shadows just look better. Reflection quality, low, off. Now for me, since like I said, I have a cruddy PC, I keep my NVIDIA Deep Learning Super Sampling on balance. This is like DLSS basically. For PCs that are not really the best. So if you don't really have like a super good PC, you could come here and you could turn this on balance. Honestly, I don't really need to use this. I just use this because like I said, I like to kind of have my PC not be running like a fucking hot pocket. I like it to be able to breathe a little bit. It's not the best PC. So if you don't want to have your game look like a fucking potato pixel though, keep this off. And then down here, keep this off, unless you have AMD for some reason, then you'll have to watch an AMD video. I don't have those. I'm pretty sure for anti-aliasing, you'll want it on off if you have a beefy PC. Beefy. If not, keep it on TAA, keep this on 100, keep this on 100. I'm pretty sure it's TAA or off. It's one of the two. I'm pretty sure that if you know, ran it on both, you're gonna be just fine. But yeah, those are my graphic settings there. Drone speed boost, have it on hold. There's no reason why not to have it on hold. Raw input, have that on. Mouse look inversion, if you have that on enabled, bro, you're a weirdo. My mouse sensitivity in vertical is 8.8, and I also use 800 DPI. So 888 basically, 800 DPI. My mouse sensitivities, these are really the only two main important sensitivities. Make sure to have it on advanced. That's how you're able to kind of, you know, adjust these, you know, settings to how they are. I personally keep mouse scroll enabled. It basically just, you know, mouse scrolls to your next weapon. I know that some people like it on 1 and 2, like they like to reach above and press the number to switch their weapon. Personally, me, I don't. Gadget deployment, keep it on advanced. Basically what it does is when you pull out a gadget, you don't have to actually hold that button. You just have to press that button to pull the gadget out, right? And it will just hold it out for you. And then when you want to place it or, you know, do something with it, you can then press that button again and it will then start placing it. And the reason why you want it that way is because there's sometimes when you're placing like your Jaeger on the wall and you hear people running to your right, you can press your mouse button or your trigger button and it will put his, you know, gadget away immediately and it will pull his gun out, right? That's why you want it on advanced, because you don't have to hold that button to have that gadget out or some, it's just advanced. Drone deployment, advanced. Your aim, you want it on hold. Your lean, you want it on toggle. Sprint toggle, crouch toggle, prone toggle. This is up to you. I have this on off, and your accessibility is really all up to you as well. Screen shake intensity, have that off. If you have this on, you're fucking throwing. And motion blur, keep those two off. Those two are important as well. Keep that off, keep that off. Dark glare, we talked about that. Flashbangs, dark instead of light. Tittiness, FSFX or whatever, muted. Dynamic range, high. These you can just really play with. These are just like the shit that you see with in-game, like your team color, the enemy team color, the objective icons, the location pin. Like, it's pretty cool. I have some of them on like light purple and stuff. It just changes up like the colors and stuff. Everything in here I don't think I really touch. I think it's just I just kind of leave it. But yeah, those are my settings for Rainbow Six Siege body. These are the settings that have gotten me to almost diamond. By the time you're seeing this, I'm probably diamond or at least extremely close to getting to diamond. If you would like to join the fam, bud, subscribe to this channel. New videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I live stream a ton. There's not really a set in stone schedule of when I live stream. I more so just live stream kind of when I have the time. So if you want to come and watch, you know, how I play rank, talk to people, maybe squad up with other people, 1v1 people, you know what I'm saying? Come and join the fucking squad, bud. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please, if you can, go down below and leave a like on this video. It spreads it out to more people that also need help with settings, and it also just helps me as a small content creator. I'm trying to go full-time with content creation. I'll tell you what, it is tough, but I'm trying out here. Thank you guys so much for watching, bud, and we'll see you guys in the next video, bud. Deuces!